Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Eatbook Vlogs. My name is John.
And I'm Jia Hui.
When you think about supper places, okay, you only usually think about the popular ones like Swee Choon, Prata House.
So in this two-part series, we'll be exploring lesser-known supper places around Singapore. And in this episode, we'll be going to the north and the east.
That's right. So our criteria will be hidden gems that people only in the neighborhood will know, still receive good reviews, cheap hawker prices, open past 2 AM, and good for group settings.
Yep, so let's go!
Okay, we're here at Ming Fastball. So today, obviously, we got our signature dishes, which is their bak chor mee and their yu yuan mian. They also recommended our laksa.
So this place actually opens at 9:30 in the morning and last order is at 4:30 AM.
After a recent trip to Thailand, right, I am now super leveled up for spicy food.
Their tau po is very special. Like it's very firm, slightly crispy. Like you can tell once you hold it out.
But when mixed together with the soup, right, it becomes this very nice, almost tau kwa consistency, but not quite.
I'm gonna try it with the chu mi fen. So at first there's this nice milk taste that comes out, then after that the spiciness comes in like quite intensely, like really kicks in at the back of the throat. But then after that there's also a little bit of like the peanutty taste.
It's very, very, very delicious. Yeah, if you're looking for a spicy food fix after your night of partying or you just decide to have a late night supper, right, this is it for you.
Yeah.
I like it! Okay, next up we have our Singaporean favorite, which is bak chor mee. Normally a bak chor mee is $4.50, but you can actually add $1 and get this huge piece of chicken cutlet.
Not bad, not bad. The taste-wise, I would say like nothing surprising, but the texture is quite interesting. Like the way they made it is not overly cooked. Maybe try the chicken cutlet.
Yeah, their batter, right, actually has like sesame seeds in it. It complements the dish.
But it's also a bit too lean, I feel. The taste-wise and texture-wise, it's a bit dull lah.
I can see why this is their specialty. It's like they do every small aspect of it well, and then they put it together into one bak chor mee.
I think the soup that comes with it, like it's very unassuming, but this is very peppery, very tasty.
Okay, next up, it's called Ming Fa Fishball, right? How can we do without Ming Fa Fishball noodles? This one we got mee kia with a generous portion of fish cake and fish balls. I mean the mee pok just now, right, has given me high hopes of what their noodle texture is going to be like, right?
Yeah, the taste of both are the same, but it comes out a lot more strongly for this because mee kia is thinner. Every strand carries a lot more of the sauce, which also means it's a lot spicier. And I'm kind of struggling now.
All their ingredients for their fishball noodle, right, it's actually all house-made. So they actually have a factory, right, to manufacture all of this so that they all taste the same and they all taste great.
This way you can taste like the freshness of it. It's very light, texture is very nice, very chewy. Price-wise, it's affordable with generous portions. But for some, this might be a bit heavy for like, supper food, too much chili. But I think for their soup version, it will be really good too.
So on to our next location.
So now we're at the second location, which is called BKK Bistro and Bar at ORTO Park.
BKK Bistro and Bar actually opens from 5 PM to 2 AM every day.
And this place specializes in boat noodle.
The small boat noodles actually go for just 80 cents a bowl.
So they have two different soup base. This one here is up, and we also got tom yum. So they have 6 different ingredients and we got one of everything.
Yeah, and if you're undecided, right, they actually have the super size, which is actually a bowl with all the toppings and it goes for 18.80. Let's dig in.
Maybe we should start with the up one.
Okay,
the
mix.
noodle is like you can finish it in 2 slurps.
This is like a noodle shot.
So the rice noodle like entirely absorbs the broth, so every bite is really spilling out the soup.
This is basically the standard of boat noodle that I'm expecting in Thailand, not in Yishun. Before you know it, right, it's so good, you're gonna end up eating like close to 20 bowls.
Should we try the tom yum one?
Smells a little bit dangerous.
I like this.
The broth is really good.
Yeah, it's very refreshing, very sour and salty.
It goes really well as a type of broth, right, for their rice noodles. I was in Thailand for a 2-week work trip, and this is bringing me back.
Should we try the big one?
Here go, miss. Enjoy.
Thank you.
It's about the same. Still good.
So I guess like the mixture of ingredients doesn't add much to it, but I would say this is very, very value for money.
Okay, so besides Thai boat noodles, right, they actually have other things on their Thai menu like Thai fish cake, skewers, and this is their rainbow sticky rice. Thai satay.
Oh, it looks very
Cheers.
lean and meaty. Cheers. This is like a nicely marinated, very fleshy, soft, and just very pleasant. The flavour is very one-dimensional. But if you put a chili,
Yeah.
adds a very nice punch to it.
Shall we try the fish cake?
is browner than the ones that I usually see. It screams lemongrass. You can even see the lemongrass bits here. The taste of the spices come out very strongly. There's a nice texture to it as well. Now on to one of my favorite Thai dessert. Mango sticky rice. Yeah, you can choose your favorite color. Very interesting, right? Wait, like the mango and the sauce on top is the typical ones you'll find, like not too bad. And the rice ball is unique. It has like a kind of like a smoky taste to it, doesn't it? Right, now that we've tried everything, will you come here again?
Definitely. Just because like this place is a bit open concept, alfresco kind of thing, you know. And I'm thinking that maybe at night, with all these lights and everything on and the atmosphere being nice here, it's gonna be a fantastic supper place. My favorite from this place is actually the mango sticky rice. I'm biased because I have a sweet tooth. What about you? What's your favorite dish?
I would say it has to be the boat noodles, especially the one with the herb broth.
This is like a little island that you can sort of like escape to while you're still in Singapore.
Alright, so now we're done with the north. Let's go and explore the east.
Let's go!
Right, so now we are in the east at Aljunied at this coffee shop called Shi Yun Food Junction.
Yes, so we're gonna get noodles from QGen and they're actually open 24 hours a day.
So they specialize in noodles and they actually recommended 4 different kinds of noodles to us, which is Tom Yum, the seafood ramen, and the Gan Lao Mian. Alright, so the first dish that we're trying is the seafood ramen. The consistency of the soup is quite thick. I think it's because of the egg that they have inside.
It reminds me of like, you know, those mui fan, watan hor fan.
There's a natural sweetness from the seafood, but I would say the noodles a bit overcooked. Right.
So it's actually quite representative of the ingredients. They serve us with 2 large prawns, clams,
and squid, which John ate just now.
Yeah. So it all comes together to make the soup very, very, very nice. I love Thai food!
So once you got the noodle, it looks like prawn noodle, but the sour tom yum soup like immediately hits you.
Yeah, the moment you put on the table, I can smell it already. When you drink the soup too fast or eat the noodles too quickly, right? It will hit the back of your throat. You will cough.
I don't know what's going on.
You will cry. But you want to keep eating. Okay, so now we will move on to our Gampua Mian, which is actually original recipe from Sarawak. Dark sauce flavor, original flavor. This place's specialty. Can I say that the noodles are really well made in the sense that like they prepared it, right, so that it's not too oily, but just oily enough so that it will not clump together too quickly.
The char siu was nothing much to shout about. I think the taste-wise, it's a lot of the sauce that they toss it with the noodles.
See the fact that it's not so heavy, not so strong on taste, it complements the noodles very well, which is supposed to be like the main actor, right?
The noodle is the thing, like the texture is just nice, so it's great.
Is this Sarawak Wagyu Olio? Okay, let's move on to the dark sauce.
Yeah. Wow, so black, I love it.
A wise man once said, dark sauce makes everything better. John 2018. Okay, first look, right, this reminds me of those economical noodle you buy in the morning, but we all know this is going to be better.
Texture is okay, like as expected, but the sauce is a bit overwhelming.
I agree with you, I prefer this one. But this is still pretty good. If I were to come here for supper, right, I would definitely get either of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here at the last station for this episode. So we're actually opposite the famous Simpang Bedok.
So this is a prata store that opens 24 hours and it's called New Mahamoodiya. Right, so the most popular dish is their specialty biryani here, and we chose it to come with mutton. Oh, it's so cute.
I'm not so much of an expert on the Indian spices, but this one smells really, very fragrant.
So you taste like the turmeric, the different kind of Indian spices that you use. On its own, the rice is a little bit dry, so I'm going to put some curry over it.
So it's actually quite a complete meal. You have the papadam, your meat dish, your carb, and then a bit of sauces to improve the flavor.
You're going to have a little bit of the mutton that comes with it.
So tender.
I think that the spices they use kind of overpowered the natural taste of the mutton. I really like the biryani. It can be shared with 2 people because it's really heavy. So how can we talk about supper place without prata?
We got corn prata, tissue prata, and this is the classic kosong prata.
My favorite is actually corn prata because it's very small, very easy to eat, and I like that it's usually thicker than your usual prata. So there's more chewy texture to it. This is actually quite crispy on the edges and very chewy and doughy on the inside. The thing that stands out most is that it's actually quite salty on its own. So it might actually go out with sugar. I like my prata with sugar.
When it's mixed with a little bit of the meat from the curry, right? And along with the crispy and doughy bits, it actually goes well together as like a mouthful, you know?
Let's try the kosong one. You know, you can see at the bottom of the plate, it's not like drenched in oil. It's also quite thin, very evenly fried.
I love dal so much because of the lighter taste that it carries.
You like it?
I love it.
Honestly, the kosong prata here doesn't really stand out to me. Let's finish off this prata section with the tissue.
Okay. Also, it's condensed milk and rose syrup.
Yeah.
So is this bandung prata? Okay, I've never had tissue prata in my life. I have high expectations.
This is a good tissue prata. Usually it's too thin, so thin that I don't taste anything. But this one has a nice bite to it. You taste the sweetness from the condensed milk, then actually the dough itself is quite salty.
What I like about it is that the exterior is like a dessert, but on the inside, right, you taste the prata lightly charred. You know people that like salted caramel ice cream? I think they will like this.
Having tried all three, I actually like the coin prata the most.
I love this. And I can't believe I never tried it earlier in my life. What have I been missing out?
I'll say if you're in the area, this would be a nice place to satisfy your craving for prata. But if I were elsewhere, I probably wouldn't travel all the way just for the food here. I mean, it's good, but it's not spectacular, it's not exceptional.
So we've come to the end of the first episode. So Jia Hui, which place would you revisit again?
I think for atmosphere, I really like the one at BKK Bistro and Bar. It's really like a little village on its own. But food-wise, I think my favorite is Gen, the noodles that we had in the afternoon.
This is uncanny because I'm gonna say the same thing, okay? I'm still thinking about it and like I've eaten a lot of food today, right? But I'm still kind of like salivating when I think about it. My favorite place, okay, just for the dining outside concept and for the ambience, right? It is like what Jia Hui says, BKK Bistro and Bar. So we're having Thai boat noodles and their Thai dessert. Right under the night sky, it's gonna be something that I really like and enjoy.
Right, so now we're down to the north and the east. Hopefully we found something that you have never seen or tried before.
Yep, and next time you will catch us in the west side and the central part of Singapore. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Eatbook Vlogs. If you want to catch our other videos, you can watch it over here.
Remember to like, share and subscribe. Bye-bye.
Bye!